Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. I generally don't know what's going on over there with the ball toy. I have no idea. Oh, there you go. Huh. I have no idea when I put that ball toy there, but that's pretty funny looking. Should I leave it there? I guess we'll leave it there because Baltoy really wanted to make an appearance. I don't understand. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to everyone who is watching. We are still reviewing the Melbourne decks. We are playing with them, showcasing how good they are. And Vika Ray and Magnezone both impressed, I would say. Vika Ray showed a little bit less consistency, which is surprising due to Tempest nature, but the high energy count in that deck can definitely be a factor to dead drawing sometimes. And then we have Malamar, which is another energy acceleration based deck. I think that's going to be a big theme this season. Energy acceleration based decks are going to be at the forefront of innovation and of the core of the meta. However, let's review Malamar. Malamar is a stage 1, unlike the other stage 2 Pokemon that we've reviewed. Its ability Psychic Recharge. Once you return before you attack, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. So each Pokemon has its limitations. Magnezone is a stage 2 that attaches Metal Energy from hand. Guzzlord is a stage 2 that attaches Grass and Lightning Energy from the deck and only at a 2 count. And then Malamar attaches 1 to the bench. So they're balanced in different ways. The attackers that they have access to are also different. However, Malamar is using a wide array of Psychic type Pokemon. I feel like Malamar has the biggest variety in terms of which attackers to choose from, and it's using NECROZMA GX with its ability Light Send, prevents all damage done by colorless Pokemon, and Prismatic Burst deals 10 damage plus 60 more for every Psychic Energy you discard, so base 190 damage potentially up to any amount you want. And then Black Ray GX spreads damage everywhere and softens up things, although Black Ray GX is definitely not the main GX attack that we are using in this deck for the most part. We have 2 Dawnwings NECROZMA. Its ability Invasion lets you, when it's on your bench, promote the Dawnwings, which is really nice. It's a really good ability, especially with the synergy with Malamar attaching to benched Pokemon only. And then Dark Flash deals a solid 120 for 3 Psychic Energy, and then Moon's Eclipse GX deals 180 damage, which is enough to KO a Rayquaza. You don't have to discard energy or anything. However, you do have to be losing in order to use the Moon's Eclipse GX attack. That's a requirement. And you gain protection from any effect or damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon. Now we also have the 1 Mewtwo GX, Full Burst and Super Absorption are very decent attacks. Full Burst dealing 30 damage for every Psychic Energy and Super Absorption dealing 60 and healing. However, Psy Strike GX does allow to bypass any effects such as Dawnwings, NECROZMA's protection, and you just deal 200 damage no matter what. We have the 1 Mimikyu as well to copy different attacks using Copycat. We have the 2 Let Loose Marshadow in this deck as well to use its ability, not so much for the Shadow Punch, but because Let Loose ability is kind of nice. And then we have Double Airlift for support. We have 2 Marshadow to add fighting typing to the deck. With its ability Shadow Hunt, you can use any attack from any basic Pokemon that's in your discard pile, but you do have to use the right number of energy. However, since we do have Malamar, that shouldn't be a problem. And we have the 1 Sudowoodo, because with Sudowoodo's Roadblock being active, we do prevent Marshadow's 150 HP from letting it down, because Zoroark with a Choice Band and a full bench does exactly 150 damage. However, if you have Sudowoodo on your bench, then Zoroark does maximum 130 damage, which is really nice. 10 basic energy, 4 Lily, 4 Cynthia, and 3 Guzma for the supporters, so very straightforward there. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Mysterious Treasure, and 2 Acrobike for consistency purposes. Double Switch, single Field Blower, single Rescue Stretcher, and 2 Altar of the Moon round out the deck. So let's jump into a ladder and see what we can do with this psychic version of Malamar. Jonathan Snyder, the worry you always have about adding Zoroark in decks like this that you're worried about filling your bench too fast and not having room for things I need. How do you balance your bench properly? I mean, it's up to you, right? You get to decide what you bench. So, Zoroark is only useful in Zoroark matchups, pretty much. So that, like any matchup that's not Zoroark based, you just forgo the Zoroark for the most part. When you have the Zoroark, like you need to have Zoroark, Malamars, and then enough attackers. But like if you're worried about filling your bench too fast, then I think you need to make a conscious decision to like stop yourself and really justify why you're benching each and every Pokemon that you bench. Just because you have a basic Pokemon in your hand, just because you can't bench a basic Pokemon and you have a bench space open, doesn't mean you should. So if your bench is filling up too fast, then that means you're benching things that should not be on the bench. Whereas like that's how you manage your bench properly, by not benching things that you don't need to. It's as simple as that, and you have the decision and the control over what you bench and what not, because nothing forces you to bench a Pokemon if and when you draw it, right? So I think that's my answer to that question. So Kevin, you're welcome, John. I'm gonna Lily here. Okay, so I'll get to that in a second. So I think I'm gonna use the switch onto a Lele, and then let's Lily. We're up against Puzzle, so a single Dawnwings would be really nice here. We can't get the Dawnwings, which is cool. Right, we can get the Dawnwings onto our bench. I doubt we're up against... we do have one NECROZMA prize. I doubt we're up against Zoroark Puzzle. Hello Redneck, thanks so much for being here. And can you drop Marshadow and a Cynthia for 2 more Acrobikes? I mean, you can. I do think 2 Let Loose Marshadow is a bit excessive, but I would not drop a Cynthia for an extra Acrobike. And Kevin, I mean, right now, yes, there's no way to negate abilities. And it's not about negating abilities, taking away the fun out of the game or not. Like, different people have fun different ways, right? So, and there's the victory. So just because some people don't enjoy a format where there's ability lock doesn't mean others do, right? It's like all of us play the game for a different reason. I'm sure eventually there will be something that comes out that negates abilities. There's already a Alolan Muk that negates some abilities. But I think that, like, people who complain about cards being broken are just not willing to adapt in order to beat those cards, or they're not willing to play them because they feel like it's cheap because it's the top deck, which I think is not a healthy mentality to have, or it's just not the competitive one. So, like, if you're playing to have fun, just play the cards that you want to, and if you face a bad matchup or a super broken card, then so be it. But if you want to compete and you want to win tournaments, then you have to adapt and you have to play to the best of your ability, the best strategy possible. So it comes down to what you yourself find fun. Yeah. And you're welcome, Horbrind. Thank you for being active in chat and whatnot. Okay, so now we're up against Zoroark, one of our toughest matchups for sure. Right, the top player gaming. Slacking does stop abilities. The stage 2 slacking that got released does stop abilities. That's correct. That is correct. Okay. So I don't know why the sub goal says 64 when it shows 65 here for me, but oh well. Okay, so my opponent plays for Professor Kukui. His hand is obviously not great. Obviously not great. Let's Acrobike. We have to lose the Malamar, I think. I'm gonna have Mysterious Treasure. The Psychic. For Necrozma. Right? Because there's no more Mew, so it's not like Necrozma can just easily go down. And Cynthia. You're welcome, Kevin, as well. Cynthia, we get an Inkay, we get a Sudowoodo, which is fine, but this is not the greatest hand. And now losing the energy, maybe I should have discarded the Marshadow so I could retreat the Inkay. Although I don't know what I would have retreated into though. And yeah, for some people like ability negating, others feel like it's not great. It limits the strategies that are viable. I think it's all about phasing, right? Like we were before this, we were before this, like the previous format, we were in a scenario or in a format where ability lock was a thing, and now we're not, and that's just what happens. Like the format changes, things change, you know. Okay, so this is not looking great because we already have a 1/1 Malamar in the discard pile. I'm gonna have to give up the Sudowoodo, I think. Yeah, things are not looking good for us here. Things are not looking good at all. My opponent's perceived slow start wasn't as low. And this is what really sucks about the meta right now. And especially with this deck, I have 11 draw supporters. I Cynthia'd, I used one of them, and I got 4 of them. That was really rough. That was really, really rough. So I'll touch energy, and then I'll Cynthia. So we do have this, we do have this. Let's do this. We definitely keep the Malamar. And now, I wish the energy had gone to Marshadow, but that's fine. I don't have anything in my discard pile that can attack. That Marshadow can copy for the attack rather, so I'm gonna pass here. Horribind, I am not going to play the Zoroark list at Game Top 8. I'm going to play the Zoro Lycanroc deck after this. Yeah. Okay, my opponent is running the Den. This is looking like Michael Pramawat's list, or very similar to the one that he showed where he won a league up. We're gonna see a Guzzlord, that's annoying. Gonna KO, yeah, gonna KO my Malamar, that makes sense. So not ideal here. Not ideal. Okay. Yeah, that's the second Malamar line, essentially, that's gone. So let's do this. Let's shuffle these 3 back. And then let's Ultra Roll for Lele. Maybe I should have put back the Malamar rather than the Inkay. And then let's Lily. Lily for 6, Cynthia for 6. Lily is strictly better in this scenario. And perfect. We do get the KO, which is insane. I'm gonna discard the Mimikyu. We got the KO, which is actually outstanding. However, if we lose this Malamar, we are in a lot of trouble here. But I can't set up another Inkay, actually. Not this turn. So if my opponent has Kuzma, KO, Malamar, that's gonna be probably game. It's probably going to be game. Okay. So Lily and Psychic. Not bad. Honestly, not bad. How does this deck have a chance against hoop attacks? It doesn't, Horrorbind. It loses to hoop attacks. Glacian GX still around? I mean, Glacian GX, yes, it exists, but it's not that great, I don't think. Okay, my opponent promotes the Zorua. That is a very clear indication that he's going to Lele Guzma KO my Malamar. Here's another Zorua. Yeah, if my opponent didn't ultra roll for Lele for Guzma, that means he has it, I assume. These cards are rainbow. Interesting. Yeah. Stretcher. Or, I mean, yes, you can play non-GX attackers like Shining Lugia, like Mewtwo. Probably Shining Lugia, though. Yeah, there's a KO on the Malamar. Oh, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Okay, so I have to run the Lele here. In an ideal world, I set up 2 Incase, right? So I definitely go for that. I need 2 Incase. That was a nice Inkay top deck, though. Let's Lily. We do get an energy. And then we pass. Next turn, though, it's gonna be rough. My opponent has Golisabud, Grass, Choice Band. That's gonna be very bad for us. Only has 1 trait, though. That's the good news. And if my opponent uses Righteous Beating, then we can use Copycat to copy that. So basically, I just need one more energy. Even if he KOs another Inkay, that would be okay, I think. Kind of. We do have this switch. I don't have a Malamar, though. Oh, there's the Golisabud. If my opponent retreats and attacks with Golisabud, then I'm gonna have to top deck a Psychic, or a Malamar, or a Mysterious Treasure, or an Ultra Ball. So odds aren't that bad. There's 4 Psychics, 2 Malamars, 2 Mysterious, 2 Ultra Balls. So over half my deck is a way to get an energy. Over half my deck is a way to get an energy, which is nice. The dancing Baltoy up there. The dancing Baltoy. Does my opponent find his last grass? I doubt it. Does he choose not to attack me? That seems more likely. Devoured Field, that's fine. And passes. Chooses not to attack. Very smartly chooses not to attack. Oh, I should have used Switch. No, I shouldn't have. Ooh. Now I'm missing a way to KO that guy. Okay, we're still gonna GX with Dawnwings next turn though, which is good. And no energy is also good news. But yeah, my opponent very smartly chose not to attack me. Very, very smartly. He took into account the Mimikyu threats. And then we pass. Zoro G-Pod? No, this doesn't have Garbiter. This actually doesn't have Garbiter. Yeah, next turn we copy we copy Moon's Eclipse GX. Oh no, come on. You're joking. You are actually kidding me. You're kidding. Wow. Finds his third Guzzlord, his only grass, and the choice band without playing Mallow or anything. Wow. Well, that's game. And we don't have a way to switch out, so DC gets him the win. And if I got this switch, well, I guess this kind of prevents the win. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be game for sure. Especially with the hand that we have. Especially with the hand that we have. We whiffed, my opponent didn't. That's what happens in this game, right? That's how you win or lose games. If you whiff, you lose. If your opponent whiffs, they lose. If neither whiffs, then whoever won first wins. That's the game of Pokemon that we play. Yeah, so it comes down to his last Guzzlord, if he has it, which I assume he plays for, or he plays Palpad, or he gets Choice Band plus DC. That also works. DC he must have. He has 3 left. The Choice Band maybe not. So we'll see. It's not completely lost, but once again, we need my opponent to majorly whiff, and like majorly whiff. DCE, Choice Band, yeah, every time. Every time. Every single time. Oh well. Anyways. I mean, Zoroark is always a bad matchup for Malamar. We had a very good chance at winning there. It just didn't pan out for us in the end. My opponent didn't whiff. We did. And that's what happens, yeah? He had the Guzzlord every time to chase down my Malamars and my Inkays. Our setup was super slow. We were never able to find more than 1 Malamar at once, so our energy advancement was very slow. And then the one turn where we had a potential to come back and to turn the game around, my opponent found exactly Guzzlord, Grass, and Choice Band, which is what we needed. So there's nothing you can do there. There's absolutely nothing you can do about that. It happens. Yeah, and it happens a lot. It generally happens a lot. Okay. This hand is looking okay-ish. We do get a mulligan, and we are up against Lysander Labs. So someone did suggest Lysander Labs earlier in the chat as a way to prevent the Fairy Lele from revenge KOing your Rayquaza. Like you force Soy Boy, thank you so much for the follow. You force an opponent to have a Field Blower as well to get a KO, and Field Blower is running very low in counts lately in different decks, so it makes sense, right? It makes sense to use the Lysander Labs to try and force an extra card there. Oh jeez. We'll keep this Stretcher, I guess, because it's like keeping a Malamar but with more utility. And then we pass. We're hoping to see a bench Stray, which we can pick off next turn with a Guzzlord. My opponent might be simply dead drawing here. We see the Lily, we see the Lysander Labs. We don't rely on Choice Band pretty much at all, so This should be okay. We're gonna see an Ultra Wall. I assume this is Rayquaza based on the deck box. I assume this is Rayquaza based on the deck box. And there's a Marshadow. Okay. So that's gonna hurt our chances of winning next turn, but it is what it is. Not benching a Senka was already a big deal for us. Maybe playing the Acrobike there wasn't really needed. It wasn't really needed, yes, but I was digging for more Inkays. Like, yes, we got 2 bad cards there, but the possibility of finding an Inkay or a Mysterious Treasure or an Ultra Wall in order to get 2 Inkays down on turn 1 was worth the chance of finding those 2 bad cards, you know? So I think it's always right to play the Acrobike there, just to dig a little deeper and try to get that second Inkay down, I think. Okay, so there's our second Inkay. Definitely get rid of the Lele. Wait, what? I have 2 Malamars prized? Wow. Well, knowing that, I should have kept the Malamar, but I hadn't been able to... Well, I had been able to search my deck, I guess, when I Ultra Walled. Oh well, so that's on me. That is definitely on me. We whiff the energy. Can something KO the Grubbin that's not this guy? No, right? No. So we're gonna let loose, I think. We are going to let loose. And I don't mind KOing the Grubbin. Like, this is definitely an overextension. It's very sad that I can't Ultra Wall for a Malamar here and just guarantee the KO. But it is what it is. So we're looking for a Psychic. There we go. There we go. And we get the KO. We get the KO Erudi. Malamar? Nope. It's a way to find Malamar, except there are none left in the deck. So that's really not very nice. We see a Ray being played down immediately, that's fine. We need to get this Necrozma out of there. We're gonna see a Lele. So we probably made our opponent's hand better. Probably made our opponent's hand better. Lele for... If he had a Grubbin, I would Lele for Steven's Resolve. But no, he has to go for the Cynthia. Has to go for the Cynthia. We see an Escape Rope. So we are definitely going to see a Tempest, right? We are definitely going to see a Tempest here. Yeah. 2 Escape Ropes. Well, I guess not necessarily going for the Tempest. There's a Grubbin, there's an... Wait, what? I guess there is a threat of the Ray going down. Got rid of Volkner, Grass, Rare Candy, Kuzma. Okay, so I will Acrobike here. The switch could have helped, and I think it's a more valuable card. It's also this is also helping us thin, which is nice. Still the Malamar's prize though. That's actually so sad. Yeah, there's our Malamar, but it's not enough to get the KO here. It's really just not enough to get the KO. So do I just filch here? Okay, I think this is how I'm gonna go about it. I have enough energy in my discard pile to where I can attach one to a Lele, although maybe it would have been better on the Marshadow. And then I can attach one here. And then I can attach to the active, and then I filch. Because if my opponent gets the crazy Guzma KO on this guy, then I can probably pull off a Dawnwings NECROZMA. Or if he decides to KO a Malamar, which I think could also be a smart choice, I get the return KO at least and set up an Inkay and hopefully get a Malamar off of my 2 prizes that I would be drawing. There's a Mysterious Treasure. Mysterious Treasure doesn't find Beagle though, and still no rare candy Beagle in sight, which is good. Right? Which is good. Stretcher for a Grubbin. And wow, Azul, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the host. Thank you so much for that gigantic host. Thank you so much. Very kind of you, Azul. Thank you so much. Welcome, guys. Welcome to all the new people who are watching. We are reviewing our 3rd deck of the day. Hello, Peter. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out here. Welcome. And we see a Cynthia. So my opponent majorly whiffed off of that Tempest, which is always very sad to see. Always very sad to see. And then he just passes. Okay. So things are looking good here now. Things are looking very good. We can double recharge the NECROZMA. We wish or hoped, and Basul, thank you so much for the follow. We wish and hope that is a Lysander Lab Serpentage. I think it's there to prevent the Fairy Lele retaliation. Cold, thank you so much for the follow. With a choice band, like it forces an extra card, right? Which is always good or decent. I think I'm gonna Cynthia here. I don't want to attach the energy. I don't need to. I really don't need to. And this is Guzma. The Guzma is the key card that I was looking for. I think I just retreat on KO, right? Because my opponent is not playing Judge or anything, so my hand should stick for a while. And I have enough ways to retreat. Like I have the Guzma, which means I have guaranteed KO on another GX. I have the Ultra Volt to find another NECROZMA, or Marshadow to get another KO. So we should be good here. We should be good. And that's the issue with Vikaold. Like, if you set up Vikaold, you're in an amazing position. If not, then you are in big trouble. And I'm Lewis. Am I going to Philly? And if so, what will you play, do I think? Well, I never decided on a deck until like the day before of the tournament, so it's impossible to tell you what I play. But I am going to Philly, and I think Vika Ray, Magnezone, Malamar, and Zoroark are some very good options to play. Guardy Sylvian is also interesting, but I feel like Magnezone could be a big detriment to it. What are Melbourne decks, Subernaga? Melbourne decks are the decks that did well at the Melbourne special event over in Australia this past weekend. Yeah. And indeed, John F. Indeed. I'm Lewis. Thanks so much for the follow. So yeah, like I honestly wouldn't mind telling people what I'm going to play, because there's gonna be I don't know, 800 masters, just to say a random number. There's gonna be 800 masters at Philly regionals. Yeah. So I don't think I need to worry about someone tagging hard for me, so I wouldn't mind telling you guys what I'm playing. However, I generally don't know. I never know until like one day beforehand. So is there space to put Garbodor in Malamar's Psychic deck? Is it good? Humming Red Hot? Maybe. I've always thought about playing like 1/1 Garbodor line in various decks. I thought about playing it in Metagross. I thought about playing it in Malamar as well. I think it has potential, but it's like a one-trick pony. Like, you'll pull that once, and then it's gonna be very difficult to do it again. And now I can't win this turn. Now I can't win this turn, right? Yeah, I can't win this turn. So I'm gonna touch here. I'm gonna Psychic Recharge, and I'm gonna copy Energy Drive. The Mali list is definitely working okay. The Mali list is definitely working pretty well. I'm gonna discard this guy. I'm gonna grab Mewtwo. And I just copycat Energy Drive for some damage. And now it's in range of Black Ray GX as well. And tech, I do remember Kish. I do remember Kish. You always decide the week before and top 8 every regional, so it works, Time Lewis? Okay. That's very nice. That's very nice. So yeah, UZL Jupe. The Malamar list is working pretty nicely. Pretty nicely. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is 100% game. Like, no Vika Volt for my opponent at any point in the game, so that's always a big deal. How much CP do I have? Jeez, there's a victory. Yeah. I'm Lewis. How much CP do I have right now for the new season? I have 62 championship points. I've won 2 league challenges, and I got top 4 at 1 league up, so I have 62 championship points so far. You haven't been a fan of the 2 switches. I actually do like them. I actually do like the 2 switches because it gives you that versatility of not having to have an energy down in order to retreat. So I actually do like the versatility of the 2 switches. Like, they are situational, but I do like them. I actually do like them. And QWERTY D 1993. I assume I'm Lewis is either a senior or a junior. So we're gonna start NECROZMA, not a very good hand. Psychic, NECROZMA, or Roll Draw. I think the Psychic is more straightforward, and I really like the straightforwardness. I think that's a bit better. I think that's a bit better. And thanks so much for the follow, Eagle Spirit. We have a sunny gas form because it's really hot in Mexico right now, so that's why we have a sunny gas form now. He just top 4 at Cup this weekend. Closer and closer to top 16. He's a senior. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. And we're up against... Wow. We're up against Guzzlord. We are up against Guzzlord. Wait, is this the Zoroark Guzzlord deck that did well at some events? I think it is. I think it might be. Yeah, it is Zoroark Guzzlord. Is Zoroark Guzzlord a deck that you guys would like to see? Because I could build it for tomorrow. I wouldn't mind building it for tomorrow. Well, for Thursday stream, rather. Okay, so... how do I go about this? I'm not too scared of the Guzzlord, of course. The Brooklet, I mean the Field Blower. Probably not too important. I definitely want to grab Lele here. And then I'm going to Acrobike. Keep the Dawnwings? No, keep the Guzma. And then Energy. And then Lele for Lily. Lele for Lily. It doesn't eat sloppily? No, it doesn't. It just builds up the Guzzlord like in one turn with double B-String. It tries to use Mallow and stuff to build up the Guzzlord for the double B-String turn. I think that we're gonna save the space. We do have access to Sudowoodo, So Marshadow is gonna be big, right? And we already have the Dawnwings in the discard pile, which is good news. Do I bench the Marshadow though? That's the question. I think I do. Yeah, I think I do. And then we pass. Hello, TF Vinicius Julie. What do I think is the top 3 decks in this format? It's hard to say, but I think Vikavolt decks are very strong. Either Tapu Bulu or Rayquaza. I think Zoroark decks in general are very strong. Probably Garbodor and Lycanroc at the top. And then Magnezone is also very strong. Buzzrock is still very strong, I think. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. You guys want to see that meme? Okay, so we'll do the Guzzlord meme. We'll definitely do the Guzzlord meme next stream. Yeah. Wow, my opponent actually goes for the Eat Sloppily. That's insane. And gets so many energy. Wait, what? He gets the perfect amount of energy. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Okay. So there's only one Psychic in my discard pile. I need a pretty big hand here to get a KO. It's possible, just very unlikely. Just very, very unlikely. But I mean, if we lose the NECROZMA, we'll lose the NECROZMA. It's honestly fine. But what do we need? Stadium, and 2 Psychics, and a way to discard a Psychic. Oh my gosh, we almost have it. Wow. Oh, we didn't get it. Oh, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. I think I'd rather keep the NECROZMA than the Mewtwo. Oh, darn. We were so close. We were so close to getting a KO right here. So close. If I had chosen to this... No, that wouldn't have mattered. Ah, 1 energy away, though. 1 energy away. Now we're in a little bit of trouble. Do I want to retreat and save my NECROZMA? Can he get a KO with Glot GX? No, he can Tyrannical Hold though. Should I have used Treasure Firster to thin for Acrobike? I don't think so. I just copied Dawnwings, but I don't have enough energy, Noah. I don't have KO because I only have 1. I don't have enough energy, guys. I need 3 energy and I only have 1. I don't have KO. Guys, I don't have KO. I don't have Psychic energy in my discard pile. Jeez. I think I just pass. I don't want to give up on a Malamar. Why not copy Eat Sloppily? Wait, what? How do I do that? How could I copy Eat Sloppily? That's my opponent's Pokemon. Marshadow doesn't copy whatever it wants. Can I try Baby Buzzgarb? I can, I'm Lewis, just I don't have the deck built for today, but I can try it again sometime later. Oh my gosh, my opponent has the perfect cards every time. Okay. We're in the same situation. We need a Psychic. We need a great top deck here. Oh, jeez. No, we still only have 1 Psychic in the discard pile. Oh, no. Oh, we can. We do have KO. Okay, here's a puzzle, guys. How do we get a KO this turn? We can't get a KO. We can't get a KO, and this is a puzzle kind of thing. We can't get a KO, and this is a sort of puzzle. How do I KO the Guzzlord this turn? How do I KO Guzzlord this turn? Yep, Mysterious Treasure, the Mimikyu. Indeed, Fee-Man. Indeed, guys. Indeed. I'll keep this guy because it's draw, I guess. Couldn't I have copied Mewtwo? Yeah, I could have copied Mewtwo and dealt 120 damage and just lost my Marshadow anyways. So that was not a KO. That was not a KO, guys. So now the question is, do I altar or do I switch? That is the question. I'm gonna lose a Marshadow, right? And I already lost my stretcher. So I think I altar, because the switch could be useful afterwards. So yeah, copycats. Copycats. Kevin, I think Malamar is better. I think the stadium is better because next turn, like I lose the Marshadow, and then next turn I can promote something, double psychic recharge, attach from hand, switch, and KO the Zoroark. So I think using the altar there was better. Yeah, exactly. Save the energy. Save the switch for when you don't have energy attached. Exactly. Exactly, guys. So my opponent now needs the choice band to get another 2 prizes. He already lost a choice band, so there's a chance that he whiffs. If he whiffs, then we are probably going to win this game. If he doesn't whiff, then we probably end up losing the game. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe not, actually. Maybe not. If my opponent whiffs, we probably win the game. We're gonna see an Ultra Wall. For Lele for Judge? Would you judge a 5-card hand down to 4? Maybe. My opponent has no information on my hand, though. There's a... Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Are you seriously... Wait, what? Okay. Oof. 30 times 5? No, Basil. How could I get 5 energy? Oh, you're kidding. Oh, he whiffs. Okay. No, Mewtwo deals damage for every energy Mewtwo has, not the opponent. Not the opponent. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure we win. Right? We Guzma switch. We KO this guy, right? We definitely KO. Well, I guess... It's just, these guys can never KO this. So, Dark Flash. 240. These guys can never KO Necrozma. So... This is kind of annoying. So yeah, we had no way to KO, guys. In that turn where you guys were telling me to KO. Like, yes, ideally I would have copied Dunwings, but... Ooh, we see Kukui. Oh, Kukui plus Devoured Field is KO. Kukui plus Devoured Field is KO. So, I think I promote Malamar. Because I want to force him to at least have the Guzma. Or try to get the Guzma. So, what's my play? Do I bench the Marshadow? I'm looking for Guzma, right? So Marshadow gives me a chance at finding Guzma. At finding the raw Guzma. So I definitely think I Marshadow here. I only have 1 Guzma left though, so yeah. Odds, oh jeez. Odds were not in my favor. Yeah, let loose for Guzma is what I did. So I'm not gonna touch the energy. Right, I'm gonna give my opponent the false sense of security that I don't have it. Yeah, rip the Guzma, but that's fine. Rip the Guzma, but that's fine. My opponent is heavily trading though. There's no way he can Guzma and KO me at the same time. I think his best play is to retreat into Coco and spread. I think that's my opponent's best play. I think that is actually my opponent's best play. It's not game, Donkus. It's not game unless my opponent attacks the Malamar. Yep. Spreading with Coco is the right way to go about this. This is not game. Where are the Let Loose promos from? I have no idea. So now we're at a clock, right? Now we're under a clock. This is bad. This is actually bad. Maybe promoting the Malamar was wrong. Now it's Guzma, DC, Choice Band, KO. There's definitely Guzmas. That's the last DC for my opponent though. My opponent has 8 basic target and 4 DCs in the discard pile. And 3 DCs and 1 here, so... Huh. Wait, what? He doesn't have another DC. So that's gonna be game, right? That's gonna be game. Or not. Reality Regamer, thank you so much for the follow. I mean, Orange Guru's Lockman Macargo. However, Real Regamer, thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Very, very kind of you. Okay, there's the top deck. There's a top deck Kuzma. That was pretty lucky. Yeah, he had no energy left. Thank you so much, Reality Gamer, for subscribing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, so we've played quite a bit of Malamar now, guys. I think that's gonna be it for Malamar for now. We are going to be moving on to Zoroark Lycanroc for our last deck of the day. Yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like. It really helps out the channel. If you are watching live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back in just a second with our next deck. Don't go anywhere, guys.